today I'm here with another tag. This tag is called Bojuee Booktuber Tag. I did not know what Bojuee meant before seeing this tag. I looked at the dictionary and saw that it meant people who live luxuriously. And I looked at the sweatshirt and saw that it did not fit this tag. I decided to do this tag with my Bojuee toy puppy, Zengin. Zengin means rich in Turkey. We will do this tag with Zengin. All jokes aside, I love this puppy, and although it does not work, I still keep this toy puppy because it was a present from my dad when he went to work in Iraq many years ago. This tag was originally created by Olive at abookolive. And I was tagged by one of my dearest friends, Chastiny at Chastiny G. So let's get on with the questions. What is your average monthly budget for books? I could say I made a calculation before doing this tag because I have a monthly subscription to a library application in Turkish, which includes many English titles as well, and it is one of my favorite applications in my iPad. It's called Bookmate, and I mostly buy ebooks online from many of the ebook deals sites. I also buy some new books as well for my book club. Sometimes I can find them from my library. I buy the new editions of the books from online bookstores in Turkey. So my average total budget for books is about $40 per month. Second question. What's the most you've ever spent in a bookstore? I'm not really sure. I recently bought many of my New Year gifts from a bookstore, but some of them were Bookish merchandise. So if we include the Bookish merchandise as well, I spent about $50 recently, just before New Year. Question 3. Are you willing to pay full price for a brand new release, or will you wait until you have a coupon or there is a sale? Well, if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a backlist reader. So I'm not really in a hurry to buy new releases for full price. Of course I will wait for a sale or a coupon. And so far we have not chosen brand new books for our book club. If we choose a brand new book for a book club, then I will most probably buy that book without waiting for a sale or a coupon. Question 4. Would you rather buy one new book or several less expensive used copies? Of course I will buy several less expensive used copies. Actually, I buy used books most of the time, and I take out many books from the library, which are of course used, so I do not mind used books anyway. What do you think is the reasonable price for a new hardback book, a paperback and an ebook? I'm not going to answer this question because I do not think the foreign currency in Turkey would give a reasonable price for a book, because the foreign currency is Turkey is so high right now. The books would seem much cheaper. Anyhow, I think the idea that an ebook can be more expensive or even the same price as a physical book sounds unbelievable to me. So that's why I try to buy ebook deals most of the times. Maybe an audiobook can be a bit higher than an ebook, but I do not think an audiobook should be as much as expensive as a physical book as well. Question 6. Is the signed book worth more to you? How about a first edition? I think they should be worth more, but will I buy them? No. Yeah, I'm a Scrooge. That's what can I say? I do not like to spend unnecessary money on something I do not think is necessary for reading a book. Question 7. What is your most valuable book? Sentimental or actual value? I'm going to go with the sentimental value. The books signed by authors with my name specifically, or signed to my parents, like this book that is written by our great uncle who passed away in 2004. This book is a memoir of my great uncle, my father's uncle, who was a Turkish movie star in 1960s and in 1970s. He was actually mostly cast as the evil guy, but he was a very sweet man, and I remember him fondly. He was so kind, and whenever he came to our house, he gave lots of presents and toys to us. And when I first saw him as an evil guy in a movie, when I was very little, of course, I was so surprised that, but he is so kind. I mean, how can he be that evil guy? But that shows that how he was a really good actor, actually. So this book is, of course, signed. So this book is, of course, signed to his nephew, my father. And I think this book is the most valuable book in our library. Question 8. Will you pay more for a cover or edition you like better? No. Yeah. The answer is simple. No. Number 9. What physical characteristics does a good quality book have? I think a book should be readable and none of the pages should be missing. And it should not be overly underlined or overly written on it, because such too much writing in a book and too much underlining in a book really takes me away from the story, because I tend to look at the underlined parts or the parts that the user wrote on it. So I try not to buy such used books. Of course they should be clean without any sticky stuff on it. Question 10. If you won the lottery, what bookish things would you do with the money? I might actually do this when I retire as well. But if I won the lottery, I will certainly do that. I might have a little bookstore where I buy both new and used books, because I think I would be very happy in such an environment. And the last question, the bonus question. Give us an image, actual or mental, of your dream home library. I actually searched the internet for beautiful home libraries, and I saw that most of them had books all over the place. And as I've said before, I would be very happy to be among such places, like in a bookstore or in a library. But in my home, because I'm not a book hoarder, I would not want to keep so many books. And actually I would like to have a view other than books. And I also live at seaside and I love the view of the sea. So I found this image, which I will put here. And I also like that it's so light, because I do not like dark colors in libraries. I know it's not a very common book lover thing, but I actually find lighter color libraries much more attractive. So this is my dream home library. Those were the answers for our Bojuee Booktuber tag. I think Zengin agrees with me in most of the questions. Maybe his dream home library would be a different one, but he mostly agrees with me. I mean, he has to, if he wants to live in this in this bookcase, of course. Please comment down below if you want to know what Zengin's dream home library would be. So anything you like about your book buying habits, of course. And by the way, I will not tag anybody. Anybody who wants to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! And the Turkish word of the day is something that you will never guess. The Turkish word of the day is rich. Rich means zengin in Turkish, and zengin is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day!